for the privilege is granted unto us to be here tonight. So I'd like everyone to take a minute to thank God and appreciate Him for granting us the grace and power Sorry, that was my network. I'm so sorry. Okay. So without wasting so much of our time, I would want to call on our first speaker, Madam Choice Abada. She is a love life purpose coach and she'll be given our first lecture tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mary. Very nice to share with all of us today. Today we're going to be talking on a very, very nice topic. But before that, I would like to welcome every one of us to the meeting. So yes, today the topic before us is about attractiveness. And saying does attractiveness vary with different ladies? It's really an issue to think about. If a guy is attractive, it's really an issue to consider when you want to go into a relationship with him. The truth is, yes, it is. It's a major issue to consider attractiveness, and there is nobody that is not attractive. But then I think it would be nice for us to go on straight to the question. And the first question says, does attractiveness vary with different ladies? First of all, let's liken people to colors. If I am at liberty to choose any color I like or to get attracted to any color I so desire, not because any color is less a color than it is, but because of my personal preferences, then I think people are also at liberty to choose who they get attracted to based on their personal preferences. So attractiveness generally is based on preference. I may be attracted to someone and not attracted to another person. You're not doing something wrong by saying I'm not attracted. You're just being honest, I would say. So for the first question, I would like to say yes, attractiveness varies with different ladies, with different individuals generally. And the fact that you're not attracted to one person does not make them superior, or they don't make them too superior, or does not make you less human than you really are. Truth is, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. And if someone that's not attracted to you, there's hardly anything you can do about that. So sometimes we can actually up our game by some certain things. Right about now, I'll go on to the second one. What is the factor that determines attractiveness? Yes, attractiveness can be determined by many factors. We see people every day, we meet with people. Sometimes we're attracted to some things about some person, but not everything, or maybe not the person in quotes but you just like this thing about this person and it makes you want to stay around them. And truth is, when we cannot stay around someone, we can't know whether we like them or not. We just know, okay, this person is just cool. So attractiveness is actually what brings you closer to someone that helps you tell whether you like them or you want to have something more with them or not. So I would say that some of the factors that determine attractiveness is the first one I would say right now is cleanliness. This is when you see something that is dirty and something else that is clean, actually involve what is clean. I have a sister that would always say, you don't sample a dress that is not ironed if you want to really sell it for a good price. The truth is, when you go out clean and neat, it gives us an air. It's about factors that affect attractiveness or factors that determine attractiveness. The first one is cleanliness. Cleanliness actually gives you an edge because your appearance speaks a lot about you. There's a proverb that says you should dress the way you want to be addressed. I would say cleanliness is intentional and it's not just about your clothes you wear. It could be about your clothes, your bed, your hairstyle, your shoes. Just look clean, neat, and smart. You don't have to be overall expensive to look clean. They call it packaging. Yes, if you're well packaged, then you're guaranteed, first of all, that you have an edge on being really attractive. Cleanliness also is about the surrounding. You don't have to be so maybe you don't want any speck of dust. No, just keep your surrounding clean, keep yourself clean, and have a clean mind too. It also goes a long way in telling so much about you. First, that thing first can help you to be very attractive to a lot of persons. Then a second factor I would want to say is intelligence. There is nobody that hates an intelligent or a wise person. Wisdom and intelligence work hand in hand. And I would want to say it's a very good factor because it shows in everything you do. It shows in how you present yourself. It shows in how you communicate. And it shows in the kind of words you say and everything about you. So when you're intelligent, you actually come up with good conversations that have great meanings and great benefits. And if there's one thing I know is wisdom or intelligence is a great green light and touchdown for many individuals. When you see someone that knows something, you're first of all attracted to what they know. And if there is more to it than what they know, they get you. So the truth is wisdom, when what you're saying makes sense and what you're saying it at the right time, your act with your words, it actually goes a long way in determining how attractive you are. Some persons actually know some things, they have knowledge, but they don't know when to say it or how to say it. And that puts them at a bad spot because nobody wants to hear your insensitive comments to them. To them, as far as they know, no matter how knowledgeable it is, if you're saying it at the wrong time, it's insensitivity. So wisdom has to do with being sensitive, being knowledgeable, knowing what you're saying and how you're saying it. And it also affects your charisma. So I hope I'm not too fast, please. A third factor I would want to say, but before I go on to the third factor, I would want to add that some persons are sapiosexuals, and by sapiosexuals, they're attracted to knowledge, they're attracted to wisdom, they're attracted to intelligence of the human mind. So when they know you know something, they are first attracted to you. That is before any other thing. So they feel very comfortable around you and they can accommodate you at any time. I have four factors here. The third one is respect. As we all know, respect means having regard for a person. Yeah, some of us may be feeling, so are you trying to say for me to get attracted and for me to appear attractive before someone, I have to genuflect to greet them or go all on my knees or bow my head. No, you don't have to. Respect can be reflected in simple gestures. Maybe you pass something, maybe you help to do something. Respect is it's all about showing courtesy, that's being courteous. And we can show respect also when people speak to us by not forcing our opinions on them. Sometimes we just want to choke you with what they think about a matter or how they see a matter, how they want you to react on a matter. But people actually feel more respected and they have more dignity when we leave them to reason out matters on their own and then we only suggest. It's actually a sign of or show of respect. And another way is we can show respect is responding promptly to matters. If you have a missed call, return it. You got a message, reply. Try to reach out as frequent as you can. It's a way of telling someone, I respect you, I have high regard for you. And there is no way when we respect people to push us away from themselves to get attracted to us. Then the last I have on the list, even though this is not all, but just trying to touch the very simple ones that are most ignored is generosity. People love generous people. Mind you, I did not say wealthy people. I did not say wealthiness. I said generosity. When you're generous, when you can give out of your little, when you look for ways to help people, when you try to see how you can help people, they are happy with you. They are happy being around you. In fact, they love you for who you are. And then every other thing you bring to the table comes afterwards. But when you're generous, when you give sometimes your time, sometimes money, sometimes anything, maybe the way we even treat them, many a times we wait for us to love people or for people to love us before we are generous to them or before we give it to them. But that shouldn't really be it. Truth is, as much as we can, let's be generous to persons around us, to everyone as much as we can. If there was one thing I learned from a friend, it's that we actually show the real part of us when we do good to those that do not have anything to offer us. And that is the truth. A lot of the time, people will do good to them because they have something to give back in return. But it shouldn't always be so. We should also try to do good to even persons that do not have anything else to give us in return. And now, today we may just not talk about being tall, being dark, and being handsome. I don't think people still want CDH nowadays. People now want somebody that will give their peace, somebody that will respect them, somebody that will up their game on intelligence, make them think smarter. People want people that see the good in them, not necessarily tall, dark, and handsome, because a lot of the time it has happened failure time and again. So those are not the first factors now. The first factors that are being looked at is how you present yourself, the way you look, how smart, how neat, how clean, the kind of gestures you make, how intelligent you are, the kind of information that you pass on, and at what time you pass such information, the kind of words and expressions that you make, how sensitive you are to situations, how generous you are, and how much respect you can show, both to males and females alike. Then I think we have a third question, and the third question is attractiveness important? Hmm. Let's go back to our talk on colors. The fact that I don't like blue does not mean blue is bad. Sorry, yeah, the fact that I don't like blue does not mean blue is bad. But it just means maybe I'm not very cool with it. So I wouldn't want to wear blue to a good party, a party that I want to shine. So attractiveness is really, really very important as it is what tells how long you will be with the person aside other factors. Someone you're not attracted to, you wouldn't want to go all out with them. Wouldn't want to stay with them for a longer time. You feel really uncomfortable around them. So attractiveness is a very important factor in every relationship. Now you see sometimes you see a man flaunting his wife that you consider to be ugly or old fashioned. maybe the way she dresses or anything. Or he's flirting her because he loves her like that. He's attracted to her. He's still attracted to her, even like that. So he's taking her everywhere he wants. And so your opinion is your opinion. It doesn't really matter to him. And then you see a woman was talking so much about her bankrupt husband. She starts telling her, but this man does not have money. But then he's always, my husband, my husband. And you're like, why are you talking us to this man that is not worth it? But no, because he's attracted to him, he just cannot stop talking about him because he feels ahead. Let me use the word like that. He feels ahead all the time. So no matter how bad you think he is, because he's attracted to him, maybe because he respects her or he's clean or he's generous or maybe the little he has is 6 years with her, you find her respected, you find her still being attracted to him for a long time, probably forever. I think that's what keeps people going. Attractiveness is not beauty and it's not wealth. It's still in the value you place on people and what you say about them, even when they are not there. So when you're attracted to someone, somehow, there must be a conversation that leads to them. Maybe you want to quote what they said, or you want to say what they said, or you want to do things the way they would do it, or when you do something and you smile, remembering that this person does it this way. So now we go on to the last question. Are some guys really not attractive? Truth is, I will give two answers for this question. I would say yes, and I would say no. But the answer is for the guy because you decide whether or not to make yourself attractive. And as a lady, your preference will choose for you whether you like the person you're seeing or the person you're having a conversation with or not. An attractive guy is generous even when he doesn't have so much. He's respectful and courteous. He's clean. He's wise and intelligent. And above all, speaking English to say the yoga pata of them all. He's responsible. So if you're a guy and you don't have all of these things or some of them, even if you're rich, you may just find out that those around you are there because of what you can do and what they can get. Not really because they are willing to be there at any time or any day. So I would want to encourage every one of us to do good, to live good, so that we can attract good to us. Because most importantly about attractiveness, we attract our kind. If I am a terrible person, I'll only attract a terrible person because a good person will be doing too much in my eyes. And if I'm a good person, I'll attract a good person because a terrible person is just completely off to me. So we attract our kind. It's like frequency. We find persons on the same frequency as us. You don't think you'll be on 2 hertz and you're finding someone at 20. We find our kind. By kind, remember, I'm not saying I'm not talking about social status, I'm talking about financial status. I'm talking about mental status. So we find our kind mentally and we get attracted to our kind mentally. So I would want us, even as us, both male and female alike, to always put this into consideration and try to be as good, as neat, as clean, and as knowledgeable as we can. Also, while trying to understand people and know when to apply all of these things so that when we find our kind, we will be so grateful for what we are and for what our kind is. Thank you very much, Mary.
Wow, wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Madam Choice, after that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so she said attractiveness is very important and we attract our kind. So thank you so much. So without wasting much of our time, our questions we'll ask them at the end of the session, at the end of the whole lecture. So without wasting much of our time, I'd like to call on our second speaker. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me, please? Can everybody hear me? Okay,
can
thank
hear
you
you.
so much.
I can hear
Okay, thank you. So I'll be calling on our second speaker, Coach Favor Bassi. She is a love life stress coach, and she'll be our second speaker for tonight. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Hello everyone.
Please turn on your
Hello.
video. We
Sorry
want
I
to see
can't
your
use my video
face.
camera. We are in darkness over here. So you can't see my face even if I turn on my camera. Sorry. Hello everyone. Hello.
you. Good evening.
Um Hope I'm permitted to just use my audio.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. So we are talking about attractiveness, being someone being attracted to another, and mainly we are looking at being attracted to a guy. Now, is it mandatory that attractiveness is what you look at? Now, when you talk about attractiveness, it depends on the person. Who is that particular person, and what are you looking for in that person you want to be attracted to? Now, I was looking at a study. Somebody said back in the day, what attracted the person to their spouse was the fact that he was handsome, he he his hair was well cut, he dressed smart. That was what attracted the person to their spouse. Another person said um, she was attracted to her spouse because he seemed vast in, like, he was wise, he was vast in knowledge. He was somebody that whenever she spoke to, she she was never dull. Like, there's always something new coming out. Now it depends on your person. Being attracted to somebody depends on your person. Just as Mama Choice said earlier, she talked about being attracted to the person in different ways, in the person's dressing. You have to be clean, you have to be well shaven. As much as you're a person, you have to look good. Yes, but you there are times, I don't know if we've seen scenarios that so many ladies are attracted to people that have bushy hair, or should I say, people that keep their beards, the hair is full, the whole face, and there are other persons. Hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Yeah, I can. I can.
please, if you can hear me, just let me know. Hello,
I
okay,
can hear you.
thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, you see a lot of ladies attracted to people with full hair, the beards, the muscular macho man, and you see some, they'll tell you, oh, I like my guy haircut low. I like him looking smart. I don't like him wearing t-shirts and pants. I want him looking smart, as in trousers, um, packet shirts. So it depends on the person. It depends on your person. Now you have to define who you are before you can tell yourself, or before you can know what you are attracted to. Are we understanding? You have to be able to know, okay, this is what I want in this person, this is what I want in the person I want to be with, before you can be attracted to that person. And sincerely, attractiveness is necessary in a relationship. You cannot marry who you are not attracted to. You cannot be with who you are not attracted to. Because you being attracted to that person will help you grow daily. And that person knowing what you are attracted to should be able to build on it. If you say, okay, I like the way you cut your hair, the person should be able to give you styles that, okay, tomorrow when you come back, you're like, I like this hair. And then the love keeps growing. So you should be able to define what you are attracted to before you go into any relationship. And you should be able to let your spouse know, this is what I am attracted to before you go into that relationship. There should be a communication. I like you, yes, I do like you, but I am attracted to you in this particular way. Yes, I am attracted to you because I love the way you dress. Can you keep dressing? Even if the person doesn't really notice, I think there's a space for gifting. You can actually, on your own, gift that person what you want that person to wear. You tell the person, this is what I like. I like you dressing this way. You look good. And it keeps, definitely you see the love growing. Even when you are 50 years old together, you still find that you are attracted to that person because that person keeps up with what you were attracted to when you met the person or when you found that person. So this is basically what I'll be talking about, or I just want to push out in terms of attractiveness for us to discover whatever we are looking for. Like, okay, this is discover your, how will I put it, discover what you are attracted to before going into a relationship. Thank you. Any question? Hello, are we here? Is it my network? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
I can hear you.
I can't hear anybody. Okay, ma'am, I'm asking, is there any question you want me to answer based on you discovering your, okay, what you are attracted to? Hello,
Are there particular guides to know what you're attracted to?
ma'am.
Are there particular ways
Hello.
to ascertain that this is what you're attracted to?
Okay. Are there particular ways to know what you are attracted to? I think as a person, everybody, every one of us, we have it is inbuilt for us to, like, I don't know how it is, but it's like it's designed, it's just there. There are things you like and there are things you don't like, and there are times that you grow to like certain things. So it's a two-way thing. Some are inbuilt, while some we grow to like them. So you can actually not like something, and maybe you are exposed to it, and then you tend to start liking it. But it is for you to discover. And when you as a person see that you are liking something, you might want to learn about that thing more, because you cannot just appear into somebody's life and you're forcing the person to do, okay, or you are making that, okay, yeah, say, oh, you see that person do that particular thing. I'm attracted to the way this guy, let's use the person's dressing, for example. I'm attracted to the way this person dressed today. And maybe that person is not actually um keen to that particular dressing, but because maybe my wardrobe for that day, I don't really have something to wear, let me just throw this one on. And then you see that person, you like the person. I like this guy dressed like this, and that is not what that person is keen to doing. Now you as a person, you like that is, let's say it's inbuilt, you just see it and you like it, and let's say you guys have started a relationship, you have to you have to let that person know. And if you really love that person, that is aside what you are attracted to, you would get used to what the person wears or what the person loves. Or it's going to be a two-way. Okay, you just like this for me, and tomorrow you wear this one that you want to wear. Then that brings in understanding yourselves. Once you're attracted to something, you talk about it. Have I answered the question? Hello, I'm Choice. Have I answered your question? Okay, thank you. Any more question from anybody?
Yes,
Okay,
please. I have
thank you,
some
ma'am.
questions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Okay, thank you,
Madam
ma'am.
Sivobati.
Sorry, I'm still saying sorry for not being
Yeah,
able to turn on my
the network
camera.
is no, it's fine. It's fine. The network has been
Yes, I
very, very
understand.
crazy. Yeah, I have some questions for you, but I'll be asking these questions at the
Okay,
end of the session. So without wasting so much of
okay,
our time,
okay.
thank you so much. So I'll
Thank
be
you.
inviting our third speaker, Madam Faith Okonobo. She is the distance relationship coach. Yeah, thank you so much. You're welcome. Is she here?
I'm here.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yes. Okay, so can I go ahead?
Yes, please. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I feel so good being here. Okay, so um, basically, one thing I want to say is the first thing I want to say is unlike items attract, right? We hear that in physics and back in secondary school. Tell you um, unlike items attract, but then I think relationship is the how do I put it now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please. Carry on.
Okay, can you see me?
Yes, yes, I can see
Yes.
you.
So for relationship, like actually attracts like. Okay, like actually attract like. So it's not like a normal way they tell you unlike items attract, like items tell and stuff like that. So I feel even though we have that case study while growing up in school and everything, when it comes to relationship, it's a different ballgame entirely. So now it is actually the question. The question that comes up is, your guy is not attractive. Is it an important factor to consider before saying yes? It's very important, right? It's it's like the most important factor. Why do I say that? Everything before you say yes to someone, it boils down to, can I do this? Can I do life with this person? Even if you're not dating with a purpose, right? Even if you're dating for 1 month, can I do this for 1 month? So it's at the end of the day, it centers around, is this really feasible? Can I work with it? So now um The question, your first question says, your first question says, does attractiveness vary with different ladies? And I think our first speaker, that's Ma'am Choice. Yes, Ma'am Choice, she actually did a very great illustration, which happens to be what I had in mind. So, for the fact that my best color happens to be purple, doesn't make me, some person to tell you, give me best color, uh, pink. How come you like purple? That's strange. So that tells you that we all have our preferences, right? So what is a preference for me is not a preference for the other person. So the fact that I like purple color does not mean that purple is less of a color. So that's why you see that we can be in the same room with a particular type of music and someone is vibing to it and the other person just feels off like they're disturbing my ears, right? Because for that person, that music is disturbed, point blank, no two ways about it. So yes, that is to say that yes, attractiveness varies for person. It varies. What I find attractive is most likely not what you find attractive. But then what I find attractive for me is most likely what my partner would find attractive. However, our level or preference for what is attractive when it comes to our spouses differs. That's why you could let something just slide and like, okay, that's not what you're looking at because that's for you. Although you would find that attractive, but that's not the basic, that's not your baseline, that's not something that is number one. So that takes me to the second question. What is the factor that determines attractiveness? I just said it. The first fact, the number one factor that determines, the one and only factor that determines attractiveness are your priorities. What are your priorities? What are your priorities?
Hi, sorry,
Sorry,
we
can
can't
you hear
hear
me?
you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Can
you
you hear me?
now. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry, I lost you. I think I just
Yeah, we can hear you
so
now.
okay. So now, what are your priorities? Okay, what are your priorities? What are like the baseline for you? So now, most persons find some things attractive, and the other person doesn't find it attractive. But I feel like I listed out like 6, 7 basic things that I think even if you walk your way around, you will definitely be able to speak to. Mom Choice also did the foundation with that, and it's really not different. So, um, basic things would be number one, godliness and vision minded. So, you most likely hear people say, don't follow, guys should complete this. Follow vision, right? A lady should follow vision, a lady should follow vision. And that's how you see that you see some um should I say our pastors and their wives, and we are like, God, I love how my pastor honors his wife, I respect her, and all of that. Such a godly man, he's a Christian, he's a believer, he loves God, he's God fearing and stuff like that. So that falls under godliness. I classify that as godliness. Godliness and vision minded. People find it really, really attractive. It's a turn off when you meet someone and there's a saying that for business people, there's a saying that if I meet you within 30 minutes of talking to you, you should be able to tell the kind of person I am, like when it comes to vision. It's the same thing. I don't necessarily need to tell you all that I do, all that my goals are, my visions and my aspirations, but when we're becoming friends or I meet you, or something, there's something about vision that let's say it smells, it sprays, it's like a fragrance. You can perceive it. So that's what makes it attractive. You know, when you enter a room um and you get a fragrance and you're like, wow, they're trying to pick it. That's how it feels like when it comes to attractiveness. Now, the second one is intelligence. Nobody wants a dollar, no matter how, no matter how, okay, no matter how not intelligent you are, nobody still wants a dollar. Then your ability to hold, I find it, I think most guys that I know find it very attractive when ladies can hold intelligent conversation. When we can have, some people are actually not able to keep conversations. They just blah 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 blah, and they're like, what's all this blah 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 blah. Now, but when you can hold intelligent conversation, it's interesting talking to you because it's more like every time we talk, you're learning something. Every time we talk, it's like you're dishing wisdom. Like, whoa, it's all lit and all of that. So that's something that people really do find interesting. Now, the third one would be a good fashion sense. Okay, I think choice did not mention it, but then it's very, very important. For me, if I see a guy, the first when person say do not look at the outside appearance, look at what they are wearing. Look at what they are wearing. For girls, it might not necessarily be the makeup. Okay, fashion sense is beyond makeup. That's one thing we have to understand. Then for guys, it's charisma, it's courage. How even if you're wearing a polo on jean, you see how that polo on jean, how you carry that polo on jean, is actually part of the fashion sense. You cannot be wearing senator and be walking like a tout. I don't know if I'm making sense, right? If I'm making sense, please let me know in the comment section. If you're getting what I'm saying, please let me know in the comment section. Now, that's something that people find very, 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 very interesting, very, very attractive. Fashion sense. I can see. I'm this kind of person that once I see a guy that's looking good, I'm like, oh, wow. And for me, it's shoes. I can be very blunt. I love good shoes. Like that's what will take you to good places. That's what will take you to good places. So fashion sense is something that is very, very important. People find it very attractive. Okay. And then a sense of humor. Now, when persons hear sense of humor, what comes to mind is comedian, but that's not necessarily it. So my sense of humor can come from being sarcastic, can be okay for us the chat on WhatsApp. It can be how we use stickers and how we just laugh over things and stuff like that. Even if you want to be a serious-minded person, right? Sometimes for spouse, for partners, for people that want to date you, they don't want to see all that seriousness. You just the girl will just imagine like a relationship is going to be very boring. I wish I can do this every time it's serious, serious. We all want that sense of humor. That needs to make me laugh, make me feel relaxed. People really do want it. So that's something that people find attractive. Yes, you should be able to hold intelligent conversation, but there should be a thin line between having intelligent conversation and sense of humor. At the end of the day, you don't want to overdo it. That's actually that's actually very repelling because they're like, just they laugh, 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 laugh. You don't turn comedian like this. So another thing is respect. Like Mom Choice said, respect is very, very important. Okay, so persons will tell you that I love how you respect my decision. So at the end of the day, respect doesn't necessarily mean bowing down, kneeling down, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am. That's not it. How you are able to respect my decisions. I'm with you, probably as a friend, and we're not dating, right? Before you say yes, I'm with you, and you see someone, probably your ex or another friend, another close friend. How you leave me matters a lot. Like how you walk out of our conversation to meet someone else can show if you have respect for my friendship. Let's not even talk about relationship. For my friendship, how much do you respect? Even when you're with me and you're hugging somebody else, the way you all the way you all can tell if you have respect for me being there. Then your decision, how you respect my decision. So yes, you want to be supportive, yes, you want to give your quota, you want to give your opinions, but then there's some persons that tell you, well, I trust you, right? I trust you, and it makes them feel like this person trusts my decision, this person respects how I feel. And if, even sometimes it's respect is in your correction, how you correct somebody else. Even the person that steps out without giving you respect, how do you not tell that person that this thing you did wasn't right? Can actually show if you respect that person. And for guys, I know most times they say guys they love respect. For them, love is shown in respect. But I tell you, the respect is reciprocal, especially when it comes to ladies. And then, ladies, how you stay back to a friend, to a brother, or anything, it's still very, very, very much important. Then, another thing persons find very attractive is neatness. No matter how somebody once said that nobody is dirty, people are just lazy. So neatness is something that is very, very it's attractive, right? But at the end of the day, like I said, like attracts like. Now, another point I would like to note is our level of what we find attractive actually matters a whole lot. So I can be a neat person that loves to clean my space like every 2 minutes. You can have another person that is neat but doesn't like cleaning space every 2 minutes. Probably it's like, let's gather it. Let me take, for example, clothes. You love to wash every 2 days, but this other person loves it that you gather it for 1 week and wash it at once and know you're done. It doesn't make the person lazy. It doesn't make the person dirty. It just means that the person is not as neat as you are. So for you now, what is the preference? Is that something you want to really concentrate on? So that's where priority comes in. That's like the major factor to actually consider that determines attractiveness, your priorities. What's priority for you? What's one thing that you know you cannot do without? So this person might not be able to hold intelligent conversation for 30 minutes, but he can do 10 minutes. Would you say that person is unattractive to you? At least he was able to hold intelligent conversation. So what am I trying to say? Our level of attractiveness still varies at the end of the day. Then the next question is, okay, is attractiveness important? Yes, I already said it at the beginning. Very, very, yes. Okay, yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So some persons are neat, some persons are organized and neat. Some persons, yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Eugene. So that's what I'm trying to say. Then attractiveness is very important, extremely important. Yes. And I feel like actually you can like somebody and not be attracted to the person. So I like you for you. I like you for you, but some things you do are not really stuff I find very attractive. But once you're attracted to the person, there is the 80% chance that you like the person. Yeah, I hope you got that. So there's a possibility that you like someone, but you're not attracted to them. But if you're attracted to someone, there's 80% chance that you most likely like them because those things are priorities for you. And even when you don't necessarily like them initially, the fact that you are attracted to them will create that likeness. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but the fact that you're attracted to them will actually create the likeness. Then the last question was, are some guys really not attractive? I feel all guys are attractive. It all depends on our preferences, our priorities. What do I find attractive? So a guy that is full of humor, so much humor, might not be attracted. I might not find it all attractive if I am more of intelligent conversation kind of girl and little of humor. So if the person is more of humor and less of intelligent conversation, there's a likelihood that for me that guy is not attractive. But that doesn't make him less attractive. So definitely he's going to find someone that can laugh their 24 hours of his jokes and they're good with it. Same way, I might like somebody with beards, and but then another person like, I like you all shaved up. I don't need all of that. Feels like dirt. Mm-mm. Stay neat without beard. So at the end of the day, the only thing is that what is just a question of what is attractive to you. Is it a priority? What you find attractive, is that really a priority for you at that point? So, and then lastly, one thing I think what I wanted to chip in is how to actually identify what you find attractive. Hello, can you all hear me? I hope I'm not alone here. Am I? Am I alone? Am I
No,
alone?
you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Okay, all right, no problem. I
No,
just
you're
want to make
not.
sure. Okay, thank you. So, last thing I wanted to talk about is how do you identify what you find attractive? How do you identify what you actually find attractive? So, number one is what tickles your fancy or what is your biggest turn off? So, for what tickles your fancy, that's most likely going to be something that you're most likely attracted to. Yeah. What is a big turn off for you? When I say what's a big turn off for you, you can use the opposite. So if something is a big turn off for you, let me take for example, um, okay, so some girls actually like rough hair, like dada kind of hair, but then some like it or neatly cut and all of that. So if, for example, I see somebody that is doing dada and anti dada, there's a likelihood that I'm not even going to probably stand having a conversation with that guy for like 5 minutes, right? Because I'll just move away from the conversation. The appearance is the turn off already. That's why I say, what's the turn off for you? Then the opposite of it is what tickles your fancy. What is that thing that I told you for me? Appearance matters a whole lot. I don't know. When it comes to relationship, the appearance is a whole lot. It's God is the spirit. That's actually our heart. But for humans, right? For humans, what I see, I can see a guy and just say, wow, you look good. I love your outfit. I am that kind of person. So for me, fashion tickles my fancy. Like he did it. For other persons, it might not really be a priority. They can like, okay, we can make do with that. That's not really a priority. So what tickles your fancy or what is a big turn off for you? Then another one is what is the first thing you notice when you meet someone new? Not necessarily what tickles your fancy or what's a turn off. Now, before you have tickling your fancy or having it as a turn off, it means that you noticed something, right? Are we here? Are we here?
Yes, please. Yes, for yeah.
Yes. So the first thing you notice. So for me, obviously, because I'm fashion, that's that's it. We'll know about the godliness later. We'll know about the godliness later. But for me, when I see you, right? For some persons, it can be the echo, and that's the first thing they notice about you. That and once the first thing you notice is what you. I don't I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but the first thing you notice when you meet someone new, sometimes that's it. It's the first thing you notice that can either tickle your fancy or be a turn off for you. So I think that's basically all I have right now, right? Yes. I listed some things that we find attractive. Although that's not the entire list, but those are like the basics. Like if you count like 10 people before you go round, you should have somebody pick two or something from it. So those are like the basics. So at the end of the
Well,
day, at the end of the day, we want to
okay.
understand that we have to set our priorities right because it's what you prioritize that comes to you. It is what you give priority. The same way they tell you build a relationship with God, give priority. That's when you enjoy the level of relationship. So it is a give and take thing. It is what you want that comes to you. and it is who you are that you attract. So like attracts like.
Wow, thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Hmm.
You're
So
welcome.
now we want to ask our coaches questions. So some people already sent me some questions. I don't know if everybody can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can everybody hear me? Okay. Thank you so much. So I have four questions here, and I would like Madam, sorry, Madam Choice Abada to answer the first question. Is Madam Choice Abada still here? Is she
Yes,
here,
I
please?
am. Yes,
Okay,
I
thank you
am.
so much. Thank you. Okay, the question goes first. Humans are emotional, and it is very easy to like or be in love with people who have common interests and ideas, just like us, easily. This connection can be confused for love when we meet certain people online. Did you get that?
Not very clearly. Please, can you ask the question again?
Okay. Humans are emotional, and it is very easy to like or be in love with people who have common interests and ideas, just like us, easily. So this connection can be confused for love when we meet certain people online. So the question goes to us: how do you know you are in love with someone rather than the idea of who they are? Did you get that?
How do you know you are in love with someone rather than
Yes,
the
rather than
idea?
the idea of who they are. Yes.
Okay. So when you talk about an idea, talk about something that is not cannot be held. It's still up here in the head, right? So when you have an idea about someone, I would say you're probably assuming some things to be true or not true about that person. And if there is something I've come to learn, it is this one. Assumption is the worst form of knowledge because it is either wrong or right. And most times we hold on to our assumptions as though they are facts of life, which they really are not. So, in as much as we are emotional, when we work with persons, we tend to feel really good, especially when you're working with somebody that is good, maybe somebody that is nice, somebody that is generous, somebody that is you're attracted to. Let me even use the word. When you work with someone you're attracted to, how to be sure that you love them and not just the idea of who they are. Communicate with them. Ask some questions. If it is an idea in your head and you already love that person based on that idea, then ask direct questions. They will help you clarify if those ideas are true or false. Then you will find yourself. If those ideas you are attracted to are not true, you just find yourself pulling from the person because it will be like this person was really not who I thought they were. Maybe he or she. That's how it's going to be like. So you just find yourself pulling from the person. But if those ideas are right, then it's more or less your attractions are not wrong. They are not entirely wrong. And the fact that you get attracted to someone does not really mean you must get into a relationship with them. Else, we get into a relationship with plenty persons. So the fact that you're attracted to someone first does not mean you must get into a relationship with them. It just makes it more comfortable when you're in a relationship with someone that you're attracted to and better than someone that you're not attracted to. So the fact that you and that person have common interests and you have some ideas about the person does not mean you should be in a relationship with that person. But then ask questions and make those your ideas facts before you can take any other step off. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much for that answer. So
Yeah.
ask questions. Don't assume. Ask questions. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I don't know if Madam Favor wants to add to what Madam Choice just said. I don't know. Madam Favor Bassi, is she here? Okay. I'm guessing there's a problem there. Okay, Madam Faith Okonobo, I don't know if you want to add to what Madam Choice Abada just said.
No, ma'am. No,
Madam
ma'am. You
Faith.
actually answered it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Coach. Thank you so much, Coach. All right. So the second question is from Coach Faith Okunobo, and she's here. What are the signs? Okay, thank you so much. What are the signs of infatuation you can find within oneself that can be a distraction we often think is love in online dating? Did you get that?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Okay. What are the signs? Okay. What are the signs of infatuation you can find within oneself that can be a distraction we often think is love, most especially in online dating? Did you get that?
Okay. So for sorry for infatuation, one thing that actually will happen is because that your mind is messed up, right? The person is literally all over your head. For me, that's the basic. Can you hear me? Hello.
I can't hear you. No, I'm struggling to hear you right now.
Yes. Yes. So for me,
Sorry, we can't hear
it's
you.
just
I don't know.
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I said for infatuation, it's all in your head, right? For especially for online dating, you are not seeing this person, you don't know this person. I don't feel like we can love like that. Most times when it comes to infatuation, you don't consider the things that you should consider. So to so to say, you don't tend to consider the things that you should probably consider on a normal
Sorry, I
day.
don't know if anybody can hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
You cannot hear me.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I don't know.
Can can you
Why?
all hear me?
Sorry, please, if you can hear, can you?
There's nobody there. Okay, yes, they can. So I think it's from your end. Yes. So I feel for infatuation. Some things are not. So for infatuation, I feel it's something that I feel it's something that is just all in your head. It doesn't allow you the leverage to actually go through what is important. Can you all hear me? I feel for infatuation, it doesn't allow you the leverage to actually put all out what is supposed to be your priorities, what should go in your head. And most times it happens within a short time, within a very, very short time. And for for online online dating, what happens is how you chat. It can be very, very distracting because at that point you are all over the person's chat, person's video calls, text messages, and stuff like that. So that's going to be like a major distraction. if it was probably not online dating, you have others. But for online dating, you have it as the person is just all in your head, right? You're always chatting, texting, calling, and everything because that's basically how you guys connect and how you guys are actually communicating. I don't know if I answered that question rightly. I don't know if I got the question right initially, and I don't know if I answered it rightly. But that was what I understood from the question.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I think I'm the network. Yeah. Thank you so much. So, Madam Choice, I don't know if you want to add to what Madam Faith Okunobo just said. I don't know.
Okay, so just to add a little, you
Okay.
cannot tell how much you love someone by the online. They will always want to chat intelligently. You would hardly see the unintelligent part of someone online. You know, now they already have their scope. They already have the messages they want to use lined up. So they're going one after the other. So you cannot really tell how much you love someone by chatting with them or just chatting with them online. Sometimes persons could even be chatting for them and you wouldn't know it. You get attracted to the intelligence, but then not the person when you meet them. That's why sometimes it's disappointing. You actually like the person online, but on ground it does not seem like you do. It seems disappointing, but it's a reality. So the fact that you chatted nicely with them online does not mean you saw how intelligent they were because they could have lines that you're working with. And you know, there's one question that people always ask: what do you love? What are your likes? What are your dislikes? I'm asking so I don't do them. No, they're trying to know what you like so they can buy you over. I don't know if you understand me. So let's be careful first with the kind of information to be disclosed because we may actually give this person hints and tips to everything they should put in place before coming close. And they really don't need it because they have to be who they are in real life. So let's be careful with the information to disclose and be careful how much we get so attached to persons that we've not met, that we just talk with online. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach. So I don't know if Coach Favor Bassi is back. I don't know if he wants to add. I don't know. Is she back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, my network is having issues over here.
Yeah.
Okay. They've practically said it all. Let me just give a little example.
Sorry, can anybody hear Coach Favor Bassi? Okay, I think network issue. Okay, the third question.
Hello.
Okay, you're back. Thank God. Okay. Hello. Okay. Okay, the third question. Yeah, without wasting much of our time, I think I would direct the remaining two questions to Coach Faith Okunobo and Coach Choice Abada. So the third question will be directed to Coach Faith Okunobo. Are you still here, please?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So the third question says, distance relationship can happen online if both parties communicate well and share same feelings towards each other. What can be done to... Okay, let me take it again. Distance relationship can happen online If both parties communicate well and share same feelings towards each other, what can be done to make this love bond strong, firm, and to build trust? Did you get that? Sorry, we can't hear you.
Okay, I think I'm over. I think I'm over.
Okay. We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So, your question is, what can actually be done when it comes to distance relationship to build trust? What and what? Sorry. I asked the question. Can you hear me?
I think what can make the love bond strong and build
Okay,
trust?
okay, to build love bond. Okay, basically it's communication. That's the basic thing. Because communication is a whole lot. It's a whole lot. It plays a whole lot. It plays the part of reassuring your partner. That's one issue with long distance relationship. Everybody wants to feel secured, right? Everybody wants to feel that the person over at the other end is not cheating on you. You want to reassure your partner. That's why it's actually heartbreaking when persons don't meet and then they're like, wow, you're never who I thought you were, because they build their trust based on the communication and everything. So for me, communication is key when it comes to long distance relationship. Build trust. Tell me everything. Let's talk about everything. Let's talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about our sexual urges. Let's talk about our visions. Let's talk about how weak we feel. Let's talk about how vulnerable we feel. There's a part of me that is able to relate to the fact that this person can talk, this person can tell me anything, like basically anything. And it allows me to trust the person with my thoughts, with my vision, with what I think, what goes on in my head, with decisions I have to make. That's part of trust. I'm going out so time. I'm likely going to be so time. It's part of trust. I'm going for secondary school reunion. It's communication. Talk about visually everything. All right. When it comes to building love bond and everything, it sometimes you will find out that people even in short distance relationships don't even have the kind of love bond that people in long distance relationships have, because people in long distance relationships already know that they are, I don't want to say at a disadvantage. I don't I don't know if I can say at a disadvantage, but they already know that they don't have all that short distance relationships have. So what tends to compensate for it is their time to talk, and talk. So communication is key. Communication is key. Talk about everything. You can have video calls. I can have a bad day at work, right? And I'm crying. I should be able to call you on WhatsApp video call. Let me see you cry. Let me tell you that I wish I was there to hold you. I wish I was there for you to lay your head on my chest. Let's have that conversation. Okay, it makes me feel like, yes, I can be vulnerable. Yes, I can feel bad. Yes, I can trust you. Yes, I can. Yes, you love me even in my weak state. So I think communication is very key. I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah, she has been logged out. I think the network.
Oh, oops. Okay, so um,
Okay, so
I don't know if someone
I
else has something else to add.
it's about the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah, it's all about communication,
Okay.
effective communication. You want to make your loved ones stronger, you want to make your trust better. It's all about communication. Can you talk? Like, can you really that person very well Can you help them understand you at every time? And another part of communication that we miss most of the time is people don't want to ask questions because they feel you should know what you're supposed to say and when you're supposed to say it.
Yes, it's
Nobody is
absolutely wrong.
nobody is an accurate mind reader. So ask questions when you have them. Make your doubts clear when you have them. I think this girl at your workplace, I don't really like the way she calls you when I'm talking to you. Make it known. Don't just go all angry and all of that. So be clear in your communication and be honest. That's what's basically important.
Thank you so
Yeah, I
much.
think she's back. Okay.
Thank you so much. The network. Okay, thank you so much, Coach Faith Konobo. So the
You're
fourth
welcome.
question, I'd like to direct it to Coach Choice Abada. Okay, oftentimes people mistake kindness for love. Some trust easily, others involve in online dating, leading to distance relationship because it is less expensive, while for some it's loneliness. What can be done to help anyone having a distance relationship based on the listed reasons? Did you get that?
No, I didn't. I didn't get it well.
Okay. Oftentimes, I'll take it again. Oftentimes, people mistake kindness for love. Oftentimes, people mistake kindness for love. Some trust easily, others involve in online dating, leading to distance relationship because it is less expensive. While for some, it's loneliness. What can be done to help anyone having a distance relationship based on the listed reasons? Did you get that?
Yeah, I think I get it now. So the
Okay,
basic
thank you.
question can be done to help anyone in a long distance relationship based on the reasons listed above. If you ask me, I'll say the question before me looks like more than one question, but I'll try my best to compress it to a good number. So first of all, people mistake kindness for love. That is really because of the kind of society that we find ourselves. So that we begin to feel if I don't have anything for this person, I shouldn't be good or kind to them. So when you're kind to people, even when you don't want something from them, it's as though you're totally being kind because you want something. Now again, I'll come and say, ask questions. This person is too kind. Ask them, why are you being so kind? Do you want me to love you back? Is there something you want from me that I don't know? Be clear. Don't just be so used to accepting all the kindness in the world and then one day you get choked up with all these things I've been doing for you because I love you, and then you're not attracted to that person or you don't love the person, and the person starts feeling you used me. No, ask questions. That's why effective communication is very important. Then some persons easily trust, and I would say the fact that you easily trust does not make you a good person and does not make you a bad person. Because the truth is, those persons that easily trust get hurt easily. It's always painful when your trust is crushed, trampled, and burned. So I would first want to advise that we know who we are trusting before we trust them. Once upon a time, I knew to someone. You could come to my place, knock my door, just say you come and sit down. If I have a drink, I serve you. But after a while, I have to tell myself this. You don't have to entertain everyone inside. Ask some persons at the door, how may I help you? It helps you to build trust because you find out that those basic things you're supposed to know about that person, you don't know it. You just welcome them. They became so comfortable. At that point in your relationship, you don't see the need to start asking some petty or basic questions anymore. So no, you don't have to jump in trusting someone. Know who you're trusting before you trust them. Now, a third part of the question. Some persons go into online dating and long distance relationships because it is less expensive. I was telling someone yesterday that long distance relationship, the money is not enjoyed by the partners involved. The money is enjoyed by network providers. So it's not really less expensive because you have to pay to communicate with that person. One normally, if it is a relationship where both of you are not apart, maybe you just send a little transfer money, meet the person up, like that, like that. But when it is long distance, video calls are there, voice calls are there. Sometimes that person really wants to talk for a long time. And then you find out that you recharge. Oh, sorry, I ran out of distance. You recharge again and you recharge again. And like that, if you want to calculate that, then it's not as cheap as you think it is, unless you want to pay the writing recharge, which is way, way, way out of place in this time. So I would say that it shouldn't really be because of the expensiveness that you would decide to go into a relationship, whether close or far. It should be because of the genuineness. Do you love this person? Do you enjoy communicating with this person? Do you trust the person? Is it someone you can talk to? Is it someone that can give you good answers and will not make you feel like you're being terrible for asking questions that you ask? So ask yourself some questions that will tell you how comfortable you are with the person. Mind you, I'm not saying compatible. Compatible is an issue on its own. It will help you to determine how comfortable you are with the person. So it shouldn't be about the expensiveness. If you want to start online dating, fine, good, nice, okay. But just be sure of what you're going for before you go for it. Make inquiry, find out, talk for yourself, communicate properly. You start chatting with someone online today and this evening is asking you, what are you wearing? Hello. I barely even know your name. You're asking other. So it should be gradual. Have your point. Just know, okay, at the end of this period, I should be at this point. Don't let the person skip any point. Oh, before you see you find yourself in what you did not budget for. Then I think the last part is about loneliness and long distance relationships. If you have someone that you communicate well with, you will never feel lonely, no matter how far they are from you. You see that gift that you want to give face to face, you can give that gift on phone and you are feeling the person's reaction. When the person is doing all this, away, wow, I'm just serious. It just really happens. You're feeling it as though the person is there. You're imagining the person's facial expression and all of that. So being in a long distance relationship does not make you lonely. Mm-mm. If you're communicating fine, you wouldn't be lonely. Then again, I would want to talk about some mistakes that people make while in relationships. The fact that in a relationship means I will cut every other of my friend out. No, we are human. We need people. Your partner is not the only person in the world. Reach out to people, male and female alike. Have friends. Discuss. Gist. Because it's not everything that your partner does that you can confront them immediately. Sometimes you need someone else to talk to. And that also helps us to manage our emotions. So have friends, reach out, and you'll never be lonely. I'll tell you the truth. Even to your 99. It's okay. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Coach Choice Abada. Thank you so much. I don't know if Coach Faith Okonobo wants to add to what Coach Choice Abada just said.
I lost you at the question, so I'm quite lost
Oh,
on answers.
okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. This is H2H Centre. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to see more of these, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that now. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks to the coaches. it was on point. Your answers are like on point. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody for staying with us. Thank you to H2H Centre for setting this up. Thank you. So I don't know if anybody has one or two questions. You can send them to me right now. If you have questions, you can send your questions to me. With give 2 minutes for that. If you have any questions, please private chat me on WhatsApp. Just 2 minutes. Okay, if there are no questions, so we've come to the end of tonight's session. And we cannot do without thanking God again. So briefly, we are going to pray and thank God for the success of tonight's session. So I'd like everyone to say a minute prayer wherever they are and thank God for tonight's session. So in Jesus' mighty name, we've prayed. So before we go, I'd like us to share the grace together. Kindly unmute your mic. Yeah. Kindly unmute your mic. I'd like everybody to share the grace together. 1, 2, go. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ,
Praise of the Lord Jesus Christ,
the love of God,
the love
and the
of
sweet
God,
fellowship of the Holy Spirit
the
rest
of
and
the Holy
abide with us
Spirit,
now and
rest and abide with us now
forevermore.
forevermore.
Amen. Amen. Thank
Amen.
you, everybody. See you next time.
Thank you
Bye.
too. Good night.
Welcome. Good night.
Bye-bye.